Well, it's for sure better than Fallen Kingdom and Dominion.
They're alive. Like me.
You're so stupid!
An expedition braves isolated regions to extract DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough. At this point, if you are genuinely excited for a Jurassic Park/World movie, you're not really here for the plot. You're here for the dinosaurs, which is a shame because Jurassic Park is probably one of the most popular franchises, and how it started with Steven Spielberg and, funny enough, David Koepp, who wrote the original and has returned to write Jurassic World Rebirth with Gareth Edwards directing. You would think that there would be just a close enough feeling, that same feeling you got from Jurassic Park, that you would feel here. And there are hints of that. I'm not going to deny it. There are hints, but it never quite reaches the heights that I would anticipate going into a film that is written by this man and directed by that man. I just wish there was an attempt for me to actually care about these characters more than the dinosaurs. I actually cared a bit more about Dolores than the human beings in this. And here's the thing, I am a huge fan of the original Jurassic Park trilogy. Yes, even 3.
Alan.
And although I may not be a fan of the Jurassic World trilogy, but now there's 4 films, the first Jurassic World brought back this excitement to the franchise. It was just a simple blockbuster that could lead up to so much more. And what we got was a couple of stinkers.
That is one big pile of
Now we have Jurassic World Rebirth, directed by Gareth Edwards, who's given us a couple of gems like Godzilla, Rogue One, The Creator. Watch that movie, it's amazing. And here, he's giving us scale, and he delivers that. The CGI is beautiful. The creature designs, they go with a mutated vibe. All these dinosaurs kind of being this hot mess of an experiment gone wrong, which is essentially what is Jurassic Park. That is what these creatures are. They are not meant to be here, but they are here. And they take that concept to an extreme level with this other island where things kind of went wrong. That dinosaur that gets teased in the trailer, the big, creepy, ugly, disgusting one, I believe it's called the D-Rex. Yeah, it's really haunting. Don't get too excited with that monster. It shows up for about probably 5 or 7 minutes. And as I said before, we have David Koepp returning to write this, so you would think that they would try to course correct where the last 2 films kind of stumbled on. It's not as bad as the other 2. They don't really do anything for a title that says Rebirth to make me feel like it's actually feeling like it's stepping into new ground. The story is pretty paper thin. You gotta get these 3 DNA samples and then get out, but to add more tension, let's include a family that somehow gets involved. And how do they get involved? The only way to explain it is that it's pretty questionable parenting. It sounds like I hate this movie. I don't. I genuinely had a fine time with it. It delivered on what it needed to do in the department of dinosaurs. And it's like, clearly, Joseph, that's what the movie's all about. It's dinosaurs, so shut up. Who cares about the plot? I want a little bit more time with my script. I want actual attempts with characters where I can actually connect with them and feel more urgency with them and not just, oh, look, dinosaurs. Let's just completely forget about the story and characters. I have to admit it, the first 5 minutes in this film does give back that feeling of horror roots that the first Jurassic Park had, and I really loved that. I just wish the movie kind of kept that tone in more moments throughout. The cast is stacked here. You have Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, and Jonathan Bailey. My problem is they're all pretty generic and there's nothing really unique about them. And even when they try to attempt on them being unique, they don't do anything with it. Like Scarlett Johansson's character plays this mercenary essentially, and they don't do anything with that concept. You would think they would have some action set piece lined up for her and a skill set that she has, but they don't ever do that. They just say, hey, here's a gun, there's an enemy dinosaur within 10 to 15 feet, take about 10 shots to kill it. Okay, I know for sure any of these people, hell, even the kid could do it. Another thing is this, you know when you're watching a movie and you're going, yeah, I'm gonna skip all of these scenes. That was my entire feeling within the first 45 minutes. We're basically going along with character setup after character setup after character setup. Let's meet Scarlett Johansson, this mercenary. Hey, you should join this mission. I don't really want it. Oh, actually more money? Yeah, let's do it. That's how quick her mind changes. Then, okay, let's go to the next character. Hey, doctor dude, museum guy, you want to come and help us with this expedition? Oh, I thought I was just an advisor. No, you're going to be boots on the ground. Okay, let me just chew on a mint. Then we land with Mahershala Ali's character's intro, and at this point, I'm kind of like, you know what, just join the crew, buddy. We're going on an adventure. The setup feels like checkbox storytelling. This person said this about their past. This person wants more money. Here's a generic evil businessman that only cares about bringing the product to the people, only some of the people. But once the dinosaurs kick in, right when they're on the boat and everything turns upside down for them, the momentum of the film actually keeps going and going and going. Maybe there's some moments where they take a little bit of breathing room time, but they still add another level of tension with all the different types of dinosaurs that they interact with. And hey, I gotta give it credit to those moments because I actually was on the edge of my seat. The island feels dangerous. Even when you're trying to take a piss, you're gonna have this feeling of something's watching me right now, and I really like that they included moments like that. Still, while saying that, something that just came to my mind is, wouldn't these dinosaurs, when they get scared of another dinosaur, still smell the humans and want to come back and eat them? You would love to have that question be answered, but we don't have time for that. We gotta jump to the other characters now, and somehow those people still made it out through the night. Yeah, it is what it is. The only moment that stood out to me and said, hey, this is actually a pretty heartwarming moment that made me invested into this character is Jonathan Bailey's. I don't know what you call this dinosaur. I should remember, but I don't. But it's the long neck ones, the real fat bodies, and they're all just kind of in awe of what they're witnessing while trying to get this DNA sample. It's very peaceful. They're playing the classic John Williams score, but this is a big moment for this character. They've never seen this dinosaur in this kind of environment. Granted, dinosaurs have been around, I think, for 5 years since Dominion. This is something that he clearly is passionate about. And I actually felt for him, not to the point of tears, but my heart was kind of aligned with what was going on, probably with his heart. And you can't deny that John Williams' classic score. If you know you got something good, you might as well use it again. Now this movie jumps into two different perspectives. You have the team that's after the DNA samples, and then you have the family that's stuck in all of this chaos. The standout moment from this movie involves the family arc, where I may not necessarily truly care about all these characters, but what Gareth Edwards is able to do on a cinematic level, giving us visuals like a huge T-Rex chasing down a family that's on an inflatable boat in a river while it's also swimming after them, that would bring a tear to Steven Spielberg's eyes. But for all the tension, I never really cared about all these characters, not on an emotional depth level. And when they try to get us there, it comes and goes really quick. One thing that this movie needed is an edge, a darker edge, where this movie, yet again, goes back to its horror roots. There was some genuine moments that really could have leaned in. Two in specific stand out, where it involves the evil businessman guy. They're trying to show how dark, how evil, how selfish this person is, and they do achieve that to some degree. I really feel like in the script there could have been a moment to make that point even further. There's a reason why we're bringing this franchise back. Let's make something kind of stand out that has not really been done before. And I found this specific moment to almost reach that level, but it never gets right there. Now I'm going to talk about something that might be a little bit of a spoiler, so there's a bit of a warning, but I'm not going to get into too many specifics. Still carrying on the theme of how dark this film could have gone to make its mark on being different, deals with one specific character making a big sacrificial moment for the greater good, for everybody else. It's in the last like 10 minutes of the film. And right there, I really thought David Koepp was going somewhere. And instead, nope, he takes it right from us because no, we can't have a big character moment like that. We gotta keep it nice, family-friendly, safe. And that's a real shame. Before I give you my score, quick little side note, don't forget to like and subscribe, but also, Dolores is the standout. I don't care what you say. I am a ride or die for that little beautiful dinosaur. Jurassic World Rebirth does exactly what it needs to do. Dinosaurs. Yeah, that's about it. With Gareth Edwards and the original Jurassic Park writer attached to this, I expected this movie to be more than just okay. It could have been a true return to form, and instead, it's a fun but forgettable ride. If you're here for dinosaur mayhem, you will be pleased, and I'm going to give this movie a solid 6 out of 10. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this review. It really means a lot. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, but most of all, do not forget to be blessed.
Oh,